Shalom. All praise is due to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai Bahashem, Racha Quadash. Double honors to the elect apostle, bishops, elders at Great Millstone that were well. Shalom to like Akia did in this work in sincerity and truth, and not for vainglory in season and out of season. Shalom to the elect, men, women, sons, and daughters of the nation of Israel, which are the elect, the men, women, sons, and daughters of you so-called Negroes, West Indian, Haitians, Latinos, Native Americans scattered to the four corners of the earth. I just want to go into something right quick. This is Romans 11 chapter, first verse. I say then, hath Yahweh the power cast away his people? Who are the Lord's people? You so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, which are the Israelites. All right, scattered through the four corners of the earth. The power forbid. For I also am an Israelite of the seed of Abraham, of the tribe of Benjamin. So this is clear. Okay. Now, when it gets to the Gentiles, you have the unnatural Gentiles, which are the Israelites scattered through the four corners of the earth. And then you have the natural Gentiles, which are the actual heathen nations. Okay? Like the so-called white man, East Indians, Arabs, Chinese, Japanese, and so forth, Polynesians, and so forth. Yahweh, the power, hath not cast away his people which he foreknew. Wot ye not that the scripture saith to Elias, how he maketh intercession to the power Yahweh against Israel, saying, Yahweh, they have killed thy prophets, and dig down thine altars, and I am left alone, and they seek my life. Okay, so you had Israelites that were killing the prophets, right? Because they wanted to follow after the heathen nations and praise the gods of the heathen nations. So they killed the prophets that Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai sent to them to pass judgment on them. You know? All right? And then you had times where Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai sent the prophets and tell Israel to return back unto him. Okay? Through his son. All right? Return back unto Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. All right? But no, they wound up murdering the prophets, man. I'm talking about Negroes, West Indian, Haitians. Okay? It says, Yahweh, they have killed thy prophets and dig down thine altars, and I am left alone, and they seek my life. Now, this is going into the elect of the nation of Israel, which there is an elect now, and there's the 2/3, okay, of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. The elect is going to be delivered. 2/3 of you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, you're not going to make it. Okay? Why? Because you refuse to come back to Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. All right? The majority of you are going to take that C-hip. Okay? All right? It says, but what saith the answer of the power, Yahweh, unto him? I have reserved to myself 7,000 men who have not bowed the knee to the image of Baal. You know, so this is going into the elect of the nation of Israel. You know? So the elect doesn't work for Baal, you know, one of them gods of the heathen nations. Okay? All right? The spiritual demon Satan and his demons, you know? So the elect don't work for, if they're not going to Well, first and foremost, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai reserved and elect. Okay? That's not going to sell out. That's the point that I was trying to make, because here it is. You got Nate Nathaniel of the IUIC, you know, whatever you want to call himself, Bishop, General. You got ISUPK with General Yohana, you know, and you have other sellouts that's among Israel, man. Okay, all right, because they're not of the elect. They don't work for Esau, man. They don't work for them little hat wearers through the spiritual demon Satan, because they're of the elect. It says, even so, then at this present time, also there is a remnant according to the election of grace. You see? So there is a remnant. Okay? The elect is not going to sell out, man. Okay? All right? The elect is not going to take the sea heavy. Okay? All right? So, you know, hope you've been edified, and with that, shalom.